Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do go well. I am not a member of Great Millstone, yet I have entered into their labors. Peace and blessings to the sincere brothers and sisters who are who may be preaching, teaching, learning, believing, whatever your lot is. I say shalom. I'm not going to let too much of this play because I don't want to get another strike, but I'm just going to let enough to get the point across, and then Lord willing, I will link this video in the description box, also with the playlist of most of the brothers of Great Millstone, a list I compiled of videos. You can be further edified. I don't know about you or most of you, who may see this or see this later on, but I've been extremely vexed in the spirit. I've been struggling to pray. I've been struggling to, do these videos. I've been struggling to just remain in the spirit, but, we gotta hold fast, right? Don't take your hand off the plow. So if you're feeling like that, man, just do your best to fast. Do your best to pray. Keep fighting. That's what this thing is. The spirit is always going to war with the flesh. So do what you got to do, within the confines of the law, and keep fighting. Because it's tough. Once you've gotten a taste of being in the spirit, man, you hate being in this flesh. It's an ugly thing. You feel far from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I hate it. But, I pray that whoever's feeling this way, you hear this and you are encouraged, and you can do, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, get through this. So without further ado, let's let this roll.
This is Ari, Gwendolyn, and Brinifer. They are in a polyamorous relationship, and they all parent Hazel and Sparrow.
We have a 2-year-old antigender baby and a 10-year-old who is non-binary.
They have chosen.
Right. So I'm just going to leave it at this screen right here. This is the epitome of Babylon the Great, confusion. Okay, and then they attack the children. Now, granted, these could be Jakes because, our people were scattered throughout the entire world. So you can come looking like the other nations. However, in the spirit, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say, you were damned anyway. These are Edomites. You were damned anyway. But for the sake of edification, I'm going to bring out a couple scriptures. So let's go to Genesis 5 and 2. Oh, wait. How about 2 Peter 2 and 5? And we'll go down to 7. And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eight person and preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes. Condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. So if this doesn't vex you, don't let nobody tell you you're wrong for wanting righteousness. Don't fall into that. That's just a spirit that is trying to get a hold of you. Righteousness will reign on this earth, and soon. I don't know if you know what? Yeah, I'll let it play a little bit more. Not too much, but I'll let it play just a little bit more.
And they all parent Hazel and Sparrow.
It's something that Sparrow's going to have to figure out and then tell us.
But they have chosen not to disclose Sparrow's gender.
We don't know it yet. It's something that Sparrow's going to have to figure out and then tell us.
Got it. The baby gonna have to figure it out and then tell them. The baby don't know his ass from his elbow, but it's supposed to figure out what it is on its own, right? Got it. Genesis 5:2. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. Also, you can hit Genesis 1:27. So Yahweh created man in his own image. In the image of Yahweh created he him, male and female created he them. Now again, this is for edification, because in no way, shape, or form did he create the Edomite in his image. But what I'm saying is, you have our people that may be into this, and they are in complete opposition to their heavenly father, to their power, because they've drinking that wine and eaten that fruit. And the only way to be separated from our power is to rebel against him and not follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, and follow the ways of the heathen. But that's okay. That is okay, because for many, many reasons, this place will meet its end, but this is just one of them. I'll make it a couple more, and then I'm gonna close this out, Lord willing. This would be a precept to 2 Peter 2:6, what it was talking about Sodom and Gomorrah being an example. Oh man, what am I looking for? There we go. Okay. Should I? Yeah, we'll start it. 7 is the point. We'll get to the point. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them, and in like manner giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. But this eternal fire is, well, you know what? Let's just get it. Jeremiah 50. And those of us who have read through this know exactly where I'm going, right? For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. And we know those arrows are missiles, because the Neo-Babylonian Empire that you think it's talking about was taken over by the Persians. There was infighting between the Assyrian and the Babylonian Empire for many, many years before they took our people captive. And Nebuchadnezzar, who was actually an Assyrian who reigned in the Neo-Babylonian Empire when it became established as Neo-Babylon. So, little history lesson there. When it says Babylon, it doesn't always mean that Babylon, because this present day Babylon is code. It's spiritual Egypt. It's spiritual Rome. It's spiritual Sodom. It's spiritual Babylon. Even it can be a reference unto the Assyrian, because the Assyrians is where a lot of the battle tactics of these ancient armies came from. All right, so now that we got that, now that we know what these arrows are, now that we know how this place will meet its end, and again, this place will meet its end for many, many reasons, but not before the complete fulfillment of prophecy. You know, we still need the mandatory implementation of the mark, and we need World War III. You know, so these are things that we need to be watching and be circumspect for, and be praying for strength in that time when Yahweh begins to really ramp things up, or Yahweh Bashem Yahushai begins to really ramp things up on this earth, because people are going to start losing their first world comforts. And when they do that, they're going to act a fool. And then, not to mention, there's supposed to be a famine. There will be a famine of the word. And there will also be famine of food. So, if Americans ever can have some sort of sense, maybe the Lord will put it on them to have some sort of sense. If you even figure out the ins and outs of taxation, that is enough in itself to cause out an entire civil unrest. But, that's another thing for another day. But I'm going to get 2 more scriptures and then we'll end it there. So what I want to get is the end of this place. The bitter end for them, but hopefully we are of the, that number, the hopeful elect, and we will not partake in this destruction. So we'll start at 9. And the third angel followed them. This is Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, that means you follow the ways, as you saw in the video, you follow the ways that the beast or his image portrays. You are morally and emotionally invested in voting, and you think that this current president can save you, or that the former president can save you, or if you're going crying unto Egypt for help, like Bun B, that is the worship of the beast in his image. Or if you receive his mark, and receive his mark, then verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture in the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So in the midst of all this, before this happens, because something just came to me and I really want to get this. Because before you're tormented in front of the holy angels and the Lamb's got to show up, correct? So this is the vision of Daniel in chapter 7, verse 13. And I saw in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven. Those are chariots. And came, or also known as, according to UFOs. And came to the Ancient of Days, that's Yahweh. That's his Father, because he has no beginning and he has no ending. Yahweh Shai has a beginning, but Yahweh himself, his name means he is, or he exists. He has no beginning. Don't even try to bug yourself out trying to figure that out. And they brought him near before him, and there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom. So now we fast forward. So the Lamb shows up in verse 13, and in verse 14, after all that destruction, and if you think about it in Revelations, I forget the chapter, but he says he takes those 10 crowns. This is after that. And it was given him dominion and glory and kingdom, that all the people in the nations' languages serve him. And his dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Call Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We are hastening and we are praying for your return, and we are praying that you give us the strength and the power and the faith through your spirit to hold fast and hold tight and believe and stay rooted in you for these ugly times that will lead up right before you show up. Because your word says the righteous shall scarcely be saved. So with that being said, I hope you are edified. Kwam Yasharala Abababa.